What up, Buckeye Nation? Welcome to the Scoop, man. Excited to be here. Ohio State walks away with a victory. We're going to dive into that a little bit. We are live from Madison right now. We're at my car. B. Moses over there chilling in the background, man. Chat, appreciate you guys for showing up. You already know what to do. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Get in that chat. Chat it up. Let's have an involved chat tonight. Talk about this thing. Break this game down. But B. Moses, what you think, bro? How's your day been? How's the trip been? How you feeling?
Well, it's been a combination of excitement, curiosity of Madison, tiredness from just constantly moving. We were up till like almost 4 in the morning, just kicking it, eating cheese curds and wings, and stuff like that. So it's a combination of all of that. Madison has been good to us. The people have been good. The fans have been good. Everything has been dope so far. The game had some frustrating moments. We're going to talk about it, but it also has some satisfying moments. So overall, listen, I'm good, man. I'm happy to be here. I'm enjoying myself. This was dope. And so I'm just glad we got that dub, period, because there's teams who are losing to unranked teams at home. They can't say the same. So I'm very grateful that we were able to come on the road and blank a team, no matter how bad they are.
Yeah, no doubt. I know I'm currently frozen on the screen. It's because I'm on my phone. I'm going over here to the stats, man. I want to go over this. We'll start with offense, man. We had 491 total yards, 394 passing yards with only 97 rushing yards, average 7 yards per play, man. Julian saying, bro, 36 for 42 with 390 some yards. Isaiah West, the leading rusher, 54 yards on 9 carries. Carnell Tate, 6 receptions for 111 yards, 2 touchdowns. Jeremiah Smith, 97 yards with 9 receptions, dude. Obviously, we sat beside each other during the game. So I'm going to let you take offense first. I'll dive into the defense first. But give me your breakdown of offense, some things you liked, some things you didn't like. Let's hear it.
Yeah, so I think the obvious thing that we didn't like was we're still struggling with the run game. We're still trying to find um, our way through the run game. And as I've been saying on the podcast, in my opinion, you saw more of it today. We're still trying to work some things out. Now, listen, we leaned on the pass because we knew Wisconsin couldn't check our receivers, and that was the path to move the ball. But listen, the balance is because some people say, well, just pass it. We can't run. You can't completely abandon trying to run the ball. The same people who are saying, don't run it, just pass, are going to be the same people if we don't work on it now and get it right in the postseason or in Ann Arbor if we can't run the ball effectively when we need to. I'm not saying we have to be this run-heavy team, so I'm just kind of laying that out. The run game has to continue to improve, but I tell you what, Isaiah West is probably, and I told Devin the game, he's probably, not probably, he is the second most natural runner on this team. Notice I didn't say second best back. I think he's the second best back too, but I think he's the second most natural runner. His vision, his way to get north, he's hard to tackle. He falls forward. And I think they kind of saw something more today. As you can see, the carries, he kept getting more and more carries. And so they're still trying to find something. It's not just the O-line. It's a combination of the O-line. Tegra has to get better. He still is too inconsistent. And then you got the predictability of the run game. And then, of course, you got the backs sometimes not seeing it. Bo Jackson is the best of them, but he's still a freshman. It's a combination of all those things. So Ryan Day and this coaching staff still trying to find this run game and get it going, as we go into the bye week. But I think I like that last drive where we ran the ball successfully down the field and were able to score. I think that was a good way to end the game with the run game going into the bye week. But overall, it was very frustrating seeing a struggle through the run game, Dev.
Yeah, man. You sat beside me, so you know my frustration with it. It was simply the predictability in the play calling. But let me start with this. Wisconsin had the number 15 ranked rush defense in the nation this game. So something to keep an eye on there. And if we weren't having so much success passing the ball, because we saw rushing wasn't getting it done. So what we turned to? We turned to Julian Sayin, who was 36 for 42, 86% completion percentage. He's on track to break the single season percentage completion record, which is held by Bo Nix at 77%. So what Julian's saying is doing is making me have some more confidence, and teams are going to eventually have to do away with the two safeties, to playing everybody back, because they're not going to be able I said that the opposite way. They're going to have to cover the pass more. We're so elite at it with these guys that we have, but not the best game for the offensive line. The tight ends are still having some issues with blocking. And I love what you said about Isaiah West. He's the number 2 back on the team to me. We've been hinting at that, like, hey, let's get him some run. He got some run. Several freshmen got some run, man. Quincy Porter, he looked elite out there. He is a huge individual. Mylan Graham got a lot of run too. Brandon Ennis got his first touchdown, had a good return on punt return. And let me tell people something, right, that you might not know. Jeremiah Smith looked a little bit out of character today, right? So we know that. There were some times he wasn't interested in blocking. Some of those passes thrown to him, very good defense, but still passes he came down with last year. So you can't really negate him for that or be negative about that. But B. Moses brought this up. He got injured last game, right? The lower back. We saw the missed block by Max Clare really put JJ in a bad spot, hurt his lower back. The things you didn't see, I don't know if they showed this on TV or not, but every time he came off the field, he was walking very gingerly and holding his lower back. So he is still dealing with that type of injury. But overall, with a quarterback like Julian Sayin and receivers, Carnell Tate, lights out, bro. Carnell Tate, first-round draft pick. So, yeah, we got to get the offensive line getting a little better there, and the tight ends more blocking. But ultimately, we came away with a 34-0 victory against a way lesser opponent. And, we saw more glimpses of the pass game, which is what I wanted to see, because we knew we had it in the bag, right? We knew we could fall back on that. But I wanted Julian Sayin and these receivers to build on their confidence, do it a little bit more. So when we do have to fall back on it, he has that experience to go back on. And some of the throws that he was throwing tonight were, I don't know how they looked on TV, but B. Moses, dude, you know what I'm talking about. Some of those passes, they were just on a string in the perfect position, all that. So, overall, got the job done. Still a lot of things to work on and be better, but we saw Isaiah West getting some more run. We saw some freshmen getting in there. So the coaching staff is obviously aware that some things have to change. Okay, Josh Padilla got some run at right guard still. So the coaching staff is aware of it as well. B. Moses, anything to add to this offense? Anything to touch on that I just touched on?
No, I think you covered it well. I did want to just at least say something about Sayin, because the throws, and we got to go watch the game on TV. It's just a different perspective. But in person, we had great seats. we had some great seats. So we were able to really see, some of the throws, from a field level. And that throw to Ennis, great catch by Ennis, walking the tightrope of not stepping out of bounds, and a great grab. But that throw was money. There were throws of Carnell Tate, even outside of the touchdowns, that were just amazing. And I think Sayin's pocket awareness is not talked about enough, because there were moments where he had pressure all around him, but he kept him feet chopping and his eyes downfield and was able to deliver balls with just chaos around him. And so I think that needs to be touched on more. His accuracy, his completion percentage is great, but his pocket presence, we talk about this all the time, Nevada and I, how Kyle McCord, for example, a recent quarterback, his pocket presence wasn't great. He was skittish. So we don't want to take that for granted. And then, yes, I was talking to Devin in the game. I've been noticing how they've been sprinkling in Quincy Porter. Little by little, he gets in the game, and you saw him make that grab and run up the sideline. If we didn't have J.J. Smith and like Carnell Tate, he would be probably heralded as one of the big breakout freshmen. Like, I mean, he's really good. He has the size, he has everything. And so to me, I try to stay balanced and look at the big picture as far as the entire season because yes, we got to work on this run game. We got to keep things going. Ryan Day knows this. It's frustrating at times, but he knows more than any of us, and they're trying to figure it out. You could see it real time, Dev, as we're watching these games. It's frustrating, but you can also see that they're trying to work through things. And I think they feel like they're just gonna pull up.
Bruh.
Dude just pull it up and just start honking. He just started honking
Yeah,
his horn.
damn, dude.
I thought he was about to say, "Hey, B Moses" or something, and then he just speeds off. That was weird. But anyway,
Because he
listen,
knew,
this is what you
because
get when you.
he knew I was
Oh
coming to
yeah,
beat him
yeah.
up. That's why I left.
This is what you get when you do impromptu pop up lives in the city. But yeah, that
Yeah.
cat was on some weird stuff. Anyway, I'll wrap up and just say I think the staff saw something with Isaiah West today because again, it's a combination of three things: O line inconsistency, predictable play calling, and then the backs not always seeing it. Isaiah West showed, and Bo Jackson was always the leader in seeing it, but again, he's still a freshman.
Dude, we got people pulling up on us.
Oh, hold on, that's your guy right here. He owns this right here. That guy. Oh, can you exit? No, no, no. It's blocked. It's blocked. He was asking if he could F. Hey, I don't know why we're attracting randoms. This is hilarious.
Golly,
No, you
bro.
can't exit here, sir. Oh
Who
man.
comes up and just beeps at random people and says, "You cannot exit there, bro. Look for yourself. See if you can exit." Clearly, you can't.
And listen,
Anyway, what would
I
you
was
say?
just talking of how good Madison was treating us,
I
and now
know,
we
bro.
getting two goofies. But anyway, here come another van. They gonna turn here. Okay, good. No. So listen, I'll finish up my comment. The bottom line is they're still trying to work through this and they're trying to figure it out. I think Isaiah West is clearly going to take carries from Peoples. Donaldson is still going to be a short yardage back. He does fine when we're not being predictable. He'll get you a 7, 8 yard run off tackle. And of course, Bo Jackson is the man. They're going to keep working at this until we get it. And so hopefully this bye week, they can spend some time figuring out what the best personnel is. And Tegra, listen, man, Tegra, come on, bro. He's been consistently inconsistent since he's been here. So he has to get it together, man. So anyway, go ahead, Dev. I'll let you jump in. Hopefully we don't get interrupted again.
Yeah, man. It's really cool to have such an elite team that can go out and we can sit here and talk about things that we know they can be better at. It sounds like doom and gloom. It sounds like negativity. It's not. This is an elite football team. We won 34-0, and there's
Right.
areas that we can get way better at. Dude, with watching the Miami game, with what happened to Penn State, Ohio State is clearly the best team in the nation right now at what they're doing. And Ryan Day, at this point in time in the season, I just put my trust in him that what he is doing, there was no need to do any more than what we did on offense. Yes, it was frustrating. Yes, there's things to clean up with the penalties on both offense and defense. Jaden Fielding with the missed field goal kick. I'm gonna hold off on that tonight, B Moses. Right?
All
I'm
right.
gonna
All
hold
right.
off on me and Fielding, but maybe a kicker will get in the portal. That's what I'll say there. But man, a lot more room to grow with this team, and we're winning games 34-0 that are away. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
kind of the same feeling with, the Illinois game. So I just have a sneaking suspicion by the end of the regular season, when we start getting in the playoffs, things are going to start clicking at the perfect timing. And I trust that that's what Ryan Day is doing. He's being patient. He's trying to get these things down that the team might not be the best at, because if we become elite at the things we're not good at, it's just absolutely unstoppable. So
Yeah.
over to the defense, man. We held him to 144 yards. Really, we held them to under 100 yards. We saw the second string defense get in, and they gashed us up. They rushed for
Yeah.
95 yards, passed for 44, something like that. This defense is stupid crazy. We all know the normal people to talk about, the Arvell Reeses, an alien out there, Caleb Downs, leading tackler tonight. So we all got the regulars to talk about. Who I want to first bring up is Tywall Malone. For the second game in a row, he has looked elite. Several tackles, a pass tip. I mean, he's feeling himself. His confidence is growing, and we need that. That's what we need to happen. K-Mac still doing his thing on the inside. I just keep absolutely loving what this defensive line is doing, and these linebackers as well. This defense is scary good, man. They're scary good. When you look up at halftime and they have like 34 total yards with, I think, 1 or 2 first downs, I don't care how bad the team is. We've watched how difficult college football is becoming. We've watched teams that are supposed to be really good lose, okay?
Yeah.
Watch Miami lose to Louisville. Penn State loses to Northwestern. So what Ohio State is doing, they're making it look easier than what it really is. And what this defense is doing, they're making it look easier than what it really is, right? So the shutout tonight, but they just keep impressing me, man. The defensive line keeps getting better. Edric Houston played tonight. He looked good out there, man. He did. Looked energetic. Was happy on the sideline. He's been going through some things. So to see him do that, to see these backups on the defensive line come in and do what they did, that's what really gets me excited on the defensive side of the ball. And then, of course, you got Devin Sanchez, the true freshman corner out there, was balling out today as well. So, D-Mo's, just defensive thoughts. Let's hear them.
Yeah, I agree with all that. I was going to mention Sanchez, but one thing I'll say is the more reps these guys get, like Peyton Pierce is settling in more and more. You can see him, because he's still a new player. Like he's still getting his legs under him, and you can see him reading it quicker. He's triggering faster. He's in the right position. He's getting more comfortable. Shout out to Peyton Pierce. And yes, Sanchez, he's a freshman. He hasn't been perfect, but he hasn't been toast either. And I was talking to Dev about this. He looks like a freshman at times, but he doesn't look like he's just, oh, man, this dude shouldn't be out there. He's going to get more and more confident, and watch out. And I was talking to Dev earlier as well, because Dev was like, I want him to get a pick. If he gets a pick and there's any room for him to run, he's gone. Like he is a freak athlete. Just remember that. We haven't got to see him like take off in open field. I mean, so if that happens, and it will, like, I love it. So the fact that we're building depth on defense simultaneously, because yes, we focus on the negative, which is, okay, we want a perfect offense. We want to have 250 yards rushing, 300 yards passing every game. That's the goal. But on the flip side, something that most fans, I won't say most fans, but a lot of fans thought was going to be a straight up deficiency, defensive line is now becoming depth and a strength. So I'm celebrating that as well. And then, of course, Low Styles being out and getting Sanchez in there and having the versatility of Matthews being able to step down seamlessly to nickel is just another thing to point to of building depth. Because, again, I want to remind y'all, yes, we're going to nitpick and even freak out for some of you about what we're seeing on offense that's just not clicking as much with the run game. But to me, it's all about the journey. It's a marathon, not a sprint. And we have recency to have trust in the staff. Like, I don't know how many times we got to remind each other, all of us, that we just won a natty and we made adjustments. And so I trust the staff is going to work this out. And we have the personnel to do it. We got to find the right combination and the right coaching, the right play calling. And I think we're going to do that. But yeah, defensively, I know Wisconsin's not a great team, but it was still great to see guys out there executing and just doing their jobs, period. So, yeah.
Yeah, it was. I mentioned in the pregame show, probably one of the hardest things about this game was it was on the coaching staff to get these guys fired up for this game, okay? Because they know the Wisconsin struggles. They watched the film. They saw how bad this Wisconsin team was. That's just the truth of the matter. So, that was the hardest thing. And you saw a little bit of that tonight. You saw a little bit of lack of focus, the missed tackle on the fake punt, and them converting a 4th and 16.
Yeah.
You know, some of the penalties. You saw a little bit of that, but overall, it's really we nitpick because we know how good this team can be, and we also nitpick because of the eliteness, the good things that this football team is doing. It's almost becoming boring to talk about because Carnell Tate is always doing amazing things. Jeremiah Smith is always Jeremiah Smith. Arvell Reese is always Arvell Reese. K-Mac.
Right.
Dude, Sonny Styles, Iggy.
Yeah,
It's
like well too.
They are so good, and we just always repeat ourselves with the things that they're always doing elite. They had some really good plays. When Arvell Reese rushes the quarterback, he is just unblockable. I mean, he's just too strong. He's just absolutely unblockable. So it was funny, man. Ryan Day, dude, I like Ryan Day more and more. I got a really close-up picture of his face right after that fake punt, and they convert on the 4th down. I can't wait to post it on social media, dude. I can't wait.
Yeah, man, he'd be hot, man. Yeah.
Yeah. But it was a good one. But, you know, overall, 34-0, a shutout. The offense did what they needed to do. Julian saying, this is something I missed on, the quarterback draw with the keep, baby.
Yeah, that was in my notes. That was in my notes. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I love it. And I think you're seeing now Julian Sand is a little bit more mobile than even us Ohio State fans think. We saw that. We watched him scramble. We watched him scramble and make some really good throws. Even the one to JJ in the end zone, the ball was at the perfect spot. That was just an elite defensive play. It just was.
Yes, he made a good play. Yeah.
And then the one to Brandon Ennis, right? He's getting chased from behind out of the pocket. So, dude, Julian Sand is going to win the Heisman. He's absolutely elite. He's going to break the single-season completion percentage record held by Bo Nix. So when you have a quarterback like that, you know, it gives you comfort to know that, all right, maybe this coaching staff is working on areas that they need to work on. The running game, the zone schemes that we're running right now. We need to get better at that because they just straight up know that if you unleash Julian Sand and these wide receivers, we're unstoppable. You can't stop. You just can't stop the pass game. So, you know, it's really fun to watch this team. I'm glad we came to this game. Some people were like, dude, why are you going to the Wisconsin game? I'm like, first off, it's an experience. We're not always going to have Julian Sand and JJ Smith on this team and Arvell Reese. Yeah. So any chance I get to watch them, I'm going to go do it, dude. But, you know, when you take a step back and look, the only thing is, for me, the only thing that really resonates with me, and I'm going to catch crap for this, is Jaden Fielding and his field goal kicking. Anyway, B. Moses, what do you got, bro? Final, we got a super chat. So anything to say to that? We'll hit this super chat and get this thing wrapped up.
Yeah, so the last thing I'll say is shout out to all the Buckeye Scoop fam and just Buckeye fans in general. Show love.
Oh, yeah.
We ran into some people, who recognized us. And because listen, on Buckeye Scoop, you got screen names, right? You got screen names, and you don't know who's who until they come up to you and they introduce themselves. Shout out to Iowa Buck. We were able to successfully link up him and his wife. Great people. It was dope to meet you. I'm terrible with names. Was it Palmer and Dave, the two gentlemen? I think it was Palmer and Dave, I believe, that we met.
Bro, we literally met like 10 people came up and got pictures with us, recognized the show. So, yeah, I second that, dude. Scoop Nation, Buckeye Nation, y'all are awesome. It was a really cool experience getting called out. Like, it helps when you got B. Moses walking around 6'4", decked out in Buckeye gear. You're a lot easier to see than I am, so that helped. But
yeah, we saw Ohio's Tate as well. Your boy Tate from Barstool. We hollered at him. Good guy, good dude. So yeah, a lot of fun, man. And so I guess I'll kind of end and wrap up my thoughts with that. Great experience. Besides these fools out here honking and beeping and asking us if they can cut through here, like we own the lot.
Yeah, this is the most popular lot in Madison right now. I don't know why everybody's coming back in here, but. Yeah, dude,
right.
Amazing experience. Met Lorenzo Styles, the Styles dad again, dude. He had a lot of good things to say. So it's really cool to hear that. this Buckeye team's on a roll. We got a bye week now, man. So it's time for them to heal up. They're starting to be. J.J. Smith needs some rest. Brandon Ennis needs some rest. Bo Jackson needs some rest. Edric Houston. So good time for the bye week so they can get back, watch this film. There's several things to work on. Ryan Day is fired up, man, because it's fundamentals, the penalties, those things to clean up. But it's really nice when you can sit back and have a list of things, right, that you want to see your team do better. And it's in a game that ended in 34-0, dude. We are blessed.
On the
We are
road.
spoiled.
Yes.
And we are, right, this is going to go down as, one of the best, moments. And overall, last year, winning the national title, this year, what we're doing, I mean, the expectation this year, like, you're going to look back in 10 years at this, run the Buckeyes have been going on and everything. Recruiting is heating up big time. So it's just great to be a Buckeye. Let's get to this super chat, man. Let's see. Retire number 75. We need to find a right guard. We hit on that. And the thing is the coaching staff is well aware. Beginning of the year, it was Ethan Onianwa, right? Splitting snaps. Now you see Josh Padilla in there a little bit, but it's time. Let's be honest with you. It's time for Tegra to step up and stop the false starts. It's just time for him to step up, dude. The dude can do it. I think he can. B. Moses, what you got on that?
Yeah. I mean, listen, I'm frustrated with Tegra. I'm not even gonna lie. And listen, I'll make a comparison. Some of y'all might fight me on this, but Donovan Jackson had similar struggles in his career early. I mean, like getting blown off the ball, penalties and just being goofy. But he finished strong. So I'm hoping Tegra, because there has been flashes of him being actually good during the playoff run. He was good. He finished strong. It's in him, and that's why I think the coaching staff hasn't completely given up on him because they know it's in him. But with that said, this bye week, as we enter in this back half of the schedule, I mean, we got to get it cooking. Something has to give with the offense as far as the consistency, with the predictability of the run game, and everything being balanced and being prepared for the November Big Ten stretch. It's all about that right now. And so, and that involves Tegra because the right side of our O-line is clearly the weakness running the ball. That has to be fixed. And so that's just it. And again, Ryan Day knows that. He knows that. Like, it's not like he's just sitting like twiddling his thumbs like, oh, well. No, he's trying to work it out. And so I have confidence that we will.
Yeah, the last thing I'll add is we saw evidence tonight that the coaching staff is aware of the struggles in the running game. We broke it down a little bit, talked about the wide receivers and tight ends need to block better. Wide receivers did a better job today. Tight ends, they did not. Still got to watch the film. But what we saw tonight was the coaches use Isaiah West a little bit more. And in person, I'm telling you, it was like when I saw Bo Jackson come in the game and get his run during Washington. There's a big difference between Bo Jackson and the rest of the backs. And I guess I'll say this. I've been calling for Isaiah West to get a little more run in the game. And tonight when I saw him come in, well, just judging by the eye and what I saw out there, there's a pretty big difference between Isaiah West and then there's a pretty big gap. And then you got C.J. Donaldson and, James Peoples. C.J. is a good back. He's good at what he is good at. So we still need to utilize him, but I loved watching Isaiah West get his run, and I think that's going to pick up a lot as we see things go on. But B. Moses, any final words, anything to add to this Buckeye shutout, 34-0 here in Madison? We were here. Great memory, great experience that we'll be able to tell. I'll be able to tell my kids one day. You got to go home and tell them immediately, but I'll have kids one day.
Yeah, man. No, this was dope. Like I said, another great Nevada. If you're listening, I always talk about this great weather run we've been on. I mean, it was supposed to rain today. It rained last night consistently here, and it was just beautiful here. I had my Ohio State sweatshirt on, and I had to come out that joint because it was hot. And so, just a great time here, man. Great experience. This was on my list of things to scratch off to do. Come to Madison, jump around, all that. Now, Wisconsin is bad this year, but it was still a great experience. And so, yeah, we appreciate y'all, Buckeye Scoop family, watching, locking in with us. Like I said, we saw multiple scoopers out here that showed love. We took pics and just had fun together. And so I'm grateful, man. Great, great trip.
Yeah, no doubt. Buckeye Nation, Scoop Nation, you guys are awesome. Like B. Moses said, I will second that. This trip, got to meet a lot of y'all. I'm horrible with names. So if I ran into you, thank you so much for coming up and saying something. If you ever see, I'm sure B. Moses feels the same way. You ever see me anywhere or B. Moses, you better come up and say something because we're friendly. We'd love to see y'all's faces, get to know you guys.
Yeah.
Awesome experience. What the Lord has done and my life and B. Moses' life in this YouTube world. It's really cool getting to meet all you people. So thank you guys so much for everything you do.
And real
Thank you for
quick,
showing up. Yeah.
real quick, Deb, post and the people that we met, post your pics. The pictures that we took, or you took, make sure you post your pics on Scoop, on social media, tag us, whatever. My bad, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good, man. We're gonna head back to the hotel, get a little rest, and we may or may not have a reservation at a pretty BA steak joint here in Madison. So
Yeah,
I don't want to
yeah.
make anybody jealous
We
or anything, but
we've earned it. We've earned it.
we about to end on a pretty high note. But hey, y'all, on that note, dude, we appreciate your guys' support more than you guys know. We love you guys. Go Buckeyes. OH.
Ayo.